Good evening, and welcome to the ISD 2019-2020 Virtual Athletics Awards Ceremony. What an incredible year we had. I'm saddened that we did not get to complete some of our seasons, and saddened that we are not physically together, but I am excited that we have tonight to celebrate here virtually together as one. Hawk Nation, you make me proud, you make me smile, you make me happy, because you give me the opportunity to watch you grow, watch your teams grow, watch our entire athletic department grow. And that has indeed been amazing to witness and be a part of. All of you as student athletes learned how to be dedicated to your teammates, to your coaches, and to your school. You kept coming back to practice regardless of the result from the tournament. No matter if it was coming back home with a championship trophy or coming back home without a win. You came back more dedicated and focused than ever before. You kept coming back regardless of a loss, which many of you experienced. And it takes a tougher person to deal with failure and to continue to work. You did that. You kept coming back regardless if you finished second place or in fact won a championship, which I'm proud to say we did a lot of this year. And you kept redefining success, pushing to get better and make each other better. Hawk Nation, I am proud of you. I hope you have felt the same way as I do about you and your teams this year. During the ceremony tonight, you will get to hear from all of your coaches who will be talking about the incredible things you have accomplished this year. They will also honor you and your teams and announce winners of the Most Improved Player, All-Out Hawk, and Most Valuable Player. I will be announcing the Coach of the Year and the Athletes of the Year at the end of the ceremony. Before I turn it over to our first speaker, I want to say a big thank you to our coaches for making this all happen. Without them, this athletics program doesn't exist. I want to thank them for the dedication, planning, sweat, energy, and hours they put in to make your athletic experience at ISD unforgettable. I want to thank your parents and guardians for the trust they have in our athletic programs, our coaches, and allowing you to participate and allowing us to push you to new limits and learn through sports. I want to thank our athletic support staff who worked so hard to ensure that the field, the gym, and the pool were always ready for our practices and tournaments. Last but not least, I would like to say a few goodbyes to Coach Kevin and Stacey Billingsley, Coach John Murray, Coach Mehi Scorgi, Coach Dana Zimmerman, Coach Sarah Lofstrom, Coach John Golden, Coach Marie Hammond, Coach Joel Wilson, Coach John Hapu, and Coach TJ Coburn for everything you have done and contributed to helping the athletics program grow. Good luck to you in the future. I know you will hit it out of the park, or shall I say hit a few sixes in your next positions. Let's begin. I would like to turn it over to Coach Billingsley, who is representing the high school girls volleyball team.
Thank you, Coach Moore. The Ladies Hawks volleyball team stepped up their game this year to another level from our 2018 season. We're still a young team, not the most experienced, but we showed the other schools that we are physically strong, that we played with heart, that we played with intensity and spirit, and that we could win matches. And more importantly, we earned the respect of our competitors. We had a strong core that was dedicated and willing to push themselves to better volleyball and to have fun as well. They learned that teamwork is essential to success, and that together they're a magnetic force to watch. I am proud of each and every girl on the court and look forward to their next season. Thank you, players, coaches, captains, and our sports staff for supporting us this season. I would love to give a huge shout out to all the Lady Hawks for this year. Here's the awards for Most Improved Lady Hawk, Nora Salam. I guess we're clapping. We're clapping.
Hey, good job.
For All Out Hawk, a big shout out to Krisha Rathod. She attended every practice and was there for every moment of the game of play. For MVP, Phoebe Ione Billingsley was our MVP for the year with a killer serve and just really good teamwork as well. Thank you, Coach Moore, and thank you all Lady Hawks.
Good evening. It was my great honor to be the coach again this year of our high school boys volleyball team. Last year, we had a really difficult time even getting enough players together to form a team. This year, that was not a problem. We had a great deal of enthusiasm. We nearly had enough players to form 3 whole teams, and the core of players, which will be our Team A, was exceptionally strong. We unfortunately played some really tough teams this year that we didn't have to face last year. If we had faced them last year, we would have done much better, but it doesn't matter. The most important thing is they really enjoy playing, and I think this is a life skill, and this is a skill and a sport that a lot of these boys are going to continue with, and I really hope that they do. Also, a special thank you to Mr. Coach Golden, who supported us as our team and me personally with some great drills and a lot of help during practices. But to all the team, thank you so much for coming out. I really hope you continue with volleyball in the future. So our most improved player of the year was Talha. Talha's outstanding improvement from the beginning of the year to the end. Outstanding. All-out Hawk, Devroop. Yes, Devroop. Amazing jumping, spiking, just all around massive improvement there as well. But All-out Hawk, great enthusiasm on and off the court. And our MVP, Edad. And stop again. Okay, thank you so much. We're gonna miss you all. I'm wearing my shirt to show that I love the team, and I'm really gonna miss you. So thank you very much for 2 great years of coaching. Keep it at it, guys. Thank you.
So I'll give my wee speech. And I think the important thing to note about this team is that we went from having not enough players, only 3 players, to winning the season. So yeah, that pretty much tells you about what a season it has been. A little bit about how we organised this fantastic season. We had a backcourt protected by Yafi, Ifrad and Mutashim. We had our 3-pronged attackers, Heath, Francis and Florian. And we had our unpredictable counter-attackers, Amir and Arafat. So ultimately, our balanced team managed to take a bit of an emotional loss in the first tournament and then trump them in the second tournament, which is amazing. We want to thank our team. We really should thank the people who helped us get here, and that would be Mr. John Hapu, who managed to take some of my coaching sessions when I was otherwise occupied, and the senior boys under the guidance of Mr. John Murray. And also, we need to say a big thank you to the Billingsleys for their superior supporting skills, which were very impressive. Our most improved player for this team is Yafi. So congratulations, Yafi, you indeed were the most improved player. Our all-out hawk would be Florian for his unwavering dedication to practice. He even asked me for extra practices the week of the tournament. And our most valuable player goes to Heath Billingsley for his ability to stay on top of the game. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. Student athletes, you might be wondering, do I get an award for being the most valuable player, most improved player, or all-out hawk? We will be sending you certificates that are already made tomorrow through Google Drive. You will be able to access your certificate tomorrow morning. Let's move on to our high school and middle school track and field program. Coach Dana Zimmerman.
I, for one, was honored and proud to be the coach for the 2019 season. Last year we built, and this year we soared. For my most improved, it went to Hadia Chowdhury. For my all-out hawk is Heath Billingsley. And MVP, Yusuf Islam. Thank you.
Congratulations. And if I can add on to what Coach Dana said there, it has been very impressive to see, especially a sport that ISD has never really taken part in, such as track and field, and how in the past 2 years we've excelled and we have rise to the occasion. I'd like to now turn it over to our high school and middle school swim coach, Coach Mariana Ignan.
Our nominations for swimming are most improved swimmer, it's Ian. I can say only 3 words, is devoted, not giving up, and persistent. All out hawks, Hadia, that she is hard work and great attitude and never give up. And most valuable swimmer is Hadia, that she did a hard work all the time, swim extra laps, really perseverant and devoted. Thank you all, and see you next year. We have a lot of work in swimming. Thank you.
So for the award nominations, the most improved player is Steve Sharbilla for this year. All-out hawk was Saim Mutasin, and most valuable player, MVP, is Aryan Khan. So I would like to thank everyone who was involved with the coaching of cricket, and also Coach Ranu, Coach Moore, and also the support staff, because they usually every practice day they took 1 hour to set up the center wicket and the net and everything.
Thank you very much, Coach Ali. Staying on cricket, I would like to call Coach Rathod to please announce the high school cricket award winners.
Again, we started with a very few players, but then we got the team going, and ultimately we won the tournament, ISD tournament. We have been winning that comprehensively every year, and this year also we won the tournament comprehensively by winning all the matches. So congratulations to all the cricketers, high school criminals, and the first winner. Actually, this player just joined this year, and we needed a wicket keeper, and he just stepped into as a wicket keeper, and he got a nasty blow during one of the matches. It was bleeding and there were many more blows, but he just shown a good resilience throughout this tournament. So our most improved player for this season in high school cricket is Rabaz Anwar Rahim. So congratulations, Rabaz. The next award is going to a person. This is his last year, and that person helped me to build the team. Basically, as I said, we started with only a few players, but this person just went around and collected people and said, look, this is our main sport and we've been playing, and you have to come in team. And this player has been playing with team for many years. So our all-out hawk award goes to Arnab Kapuria. Congratulations, Arnab. And our last award. So this player actually, surprised with his performances this year, and especially when there were moments in the final match when we needed some wickets to take, and this player just chipped in and just took a few wickets and turned the whole match around. So and he played very well throughout the tournament. Also won the man of the match award in the tournament. So the most valued player award goes to Mohammad Safwan Islam. So congratulations, Safwan, and congratulations all the winners. Thank you.
So my first year at ISD, we had 3 girls turn up for tryouts. For the second year in a row, so this season, we had 2 teams with full rosters. So that's a win. Regardless of how we felt when we entered the gym, we always left the court with a smile on our faces. A win. So thank you to all the players, and thank you for the memories and the laughs. I will now be announcing this year's award winners. Most improved player, Kashfi Kamarun Kumkum. All-out hawk recipient, Tasfia Shatash. And our most valuable player this season, Erin Haley Katigbak. Thank you all.
not only entertaining, but awesome to see the progress of the high school girls basketball team this year. They may have not have played an opponent. Well, they did play a couple scrimmages, but they practiced for months and months, working towards their trip to Nepal, which unfortunately didn't happen. But I'm very proud of that group of girls. I'm proud of you and the coaching staff. Thank you very much. Let's go over to the high school boys basketball team and have Coach John Golden.
Hi, everybody. Glad to see you. Hopefully everybody's good. I think the strongest trait for this team was we never gave up. So on to the awards. Our most improved players on the team were Azmeem Ashraf and Siam Bala. But there's only one award, and it goes to Azmeem. If you had seen both those guys at the beginning of the year and then at the end of the year, you would know why they were the most improved. But definitely it goes to Azmeem. The all-out hawk goes to Tediwa Mutasa. He was almost always there when I needed him to be there, and he tried to take everything as seriously as I take things, which, as you all know, is difficult. So he was right there trying to be as serious as I was, and I really appreciated his help. Last but not least, our most valuable player was the player who does everything well, except maybe shoot, I guess. He would admit that. But he was dominant on the boards. He's a great defender. He's able to create his own opportunities. He and I had frequent discussions about the game of basketball and what we were trying to achieve on our team on a daily basis. And Abrar Habib was our MVP of the year. Thanks a lot, boys. I appreciate it.
As Coach Joel was unable to make it tonight, he just wanted to say how proud he was of this team. He first would like to appreciate all of the hard work and effort everyone put into the team this year, and wants to give a special thanks to all the help and support from Coach Lamza. As for this team, in all his years of coaching, this team was the youngest, but most passionate, positive, and willing to learn of all the teams he's been around at ISD. Now for the awards. First, the person who was always smiling, happy, and ready to work her hardest for herself and the team. Our cheerleader and all-out hawk goes to Eshna. For the most improved player, Coach Joel and Coach Lamza really loved the passion and energy a ton of girls brought on a daily basis, but really want to thank the effort and desire to take on the task of guarding the other team's best girl. It is for this desire to work hard and improve herself on behalf of the team that we give the Most Improved Player Award to Mona Carrington. Last but not least, the girl who was there for every practice, worked on her game on every occasion, and was always pushing herself to do better every time on the court. The MVP, Kiana Mabu. Thank you all for a great season of basketball. Coach Joel will miss each and every one of you. Next, we are going to move to football, and we are going to start with the middle school boys football team with Coach James.
Thank you, Coach Moore. So while it was a difficult start, it was certainly a proud end to our season. In our first tournament, way back in November at the Turkish school, it was definitely men against boys. But we came back disappointed but not disheartened, and finished in third place in both our own and AISD's tournaments. During the AISD tournament, we took the lead in a crucial game to a goal that shouldn't have stood. In the confusion, a group of our players rightly spoke to the referee and the goal was correctly chalked off. For this act, we won the Fair Play Award, an award that makes me immensely proud of the players, showing them not only that they want to win, but to win in the right way, and fully embodied what it means to be an ISD Hawk. Thank you all for an excellent season, and now I will pass on to Coach Sarah for the awards.
All right, Hawks, so happy to be here with you. Woo, go Hawks. We had a great season, and I am happy to announce our awards. Our most improved player goes to a young man who, at the first couple practices, he came, he did the workouts, but, we didn't know how good he was going to be at the real games. But holy cow, you put this kid in a game and he will work his butt off. So our most improved player goes to our grade 7 student, Taif Hussein. Go Taif! Woo! Our all-out hawk goes to a great player that came to every practice with a smile on his face. He did a great job of bringing the team together, connecting with all the players, making sure everyone was included. This player also has been on the team for quite a few years, so he's worked his way up and really improved his skill set as well. And I think we were all personally just happy to have him as a part of the team. So the All-Out Hawk Award goes to reporting for duty, Captain Mikael. Yeah, Mikael, love you. All right, and our very last award goes to our MVP. This athlete is amazing both on the field and off the field, and he scores the most beautiful goals you've ever seen. So our MVP award goes to none other than Florian. Woo! Way to go, Florian! Way to go, Hawks! Love you guys! Keep kicking!
Thank you so much, Coach James and Coach Sarah. What a great season you guys had. Now we're going to turn it over to the high school girls football team with Coach Dan.
Congratulations for a fabulous season. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and present our winners for this year. Most improved player goes to Nora Salam. She came from nowhere, and then I barely convinced her to play football. Within a year or so, she became one of our pillars in defense. I think it's rightful so to move on to all our Hawks. That goes to our captain, Shanzi Rahman, which I'd like to say a special thank you. She kept the team together. She was like relentless, calling everyone to practices. She pretty much single-handed saved our program. Thank you, Shanzi. And this year, our most valuable player, a very fast and skillful lady who again came out to try football out of curiosity, and within 2-3 years became one of our most important midfielders. Goes to Erin Katibal. Well done, Erin, most valuable player. Thank you, Coach Moore.
We're going to move to the middle school girls football program with Coach Paulo.
Thank you, Coach Sean. To all the coaches out there and the players that I've had the pleasure of working with, it's very nice and to see your faces right now. I miss all of you. So this is a great way to start my morning. The girls from the very beginning have given everything in terms of learning this great sport, and they always did it with a song and a smile on their face, even while running. And I've never seen so much grace in winning and losing and competing in general. They love practice and learning technical and even boring tactical concepts. They were running by themselves in the towers. They're asking questions via email. I've never seen this level of dedication and growth and love of the sport in any team I've ever coached or been a part of. And that's what makes you champions. Not the fact that we won the AISD tournament at the very end of the year. So you guys should all feel very, very proud of yourselves. I feel very proud of you, and I feel proud of being part of this team. So I thank you for this amazing experience, and I hope you feel the same. For the most improved athlete, it goes to Ishna Maithani. All-out hawk is Masuma. Masuma stopped the ball any which way she could. She kept us in so many games, and she tried her hardest. And the most valuable athlete is our captain, Phoebe Billingsley. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. The future is indeed bright for our programs. This year, we had a record amount of 6th graders participate in our middle school sports programs. That is going to be a key factor moving in for our high school programs down the road. Speaking of high school programs, let's move on to our high school boys football team with Coach Dan.
I'd like to announce the awards, and the most improved player goes to an absolute surprise. This person came out of nowhere. She was asking graciously if she can join the program because she wants to be a bit active. We said, yes, let's go on. He was taking the challenge of becoming goalkeeper, and out of the blue, he became very consistent and managed to get this award. Well done, Akib Khan. Having so many boys on the squad and so many, I could give the all-out Hawks to about 8-9 of them. It's so hard to make the decisions, but this year, I think rightfully so, it goes to Zabir Azman. He not just came to every single practice, but also argued with me about 2-3 times at lunchtime because I couldn't give them a football to practice. And one occasion, it was a bit out of control, but I did see the passion and the desire to practice. So Zabir, well done. This is probably a very hard moment for all our program, and the boys know that. I know it. But it's time to say goodbye to our most valuable player and also our captain, Zabir Khandokar, who is an absolute character. Not just the way he plays and conducts himself, but the way he keeps everyone in line and the way he just motivates his teammates. He is leading both by skill and example out of the field. So well done, Zabir, and my heart is a bit sad for you seeing gone. Hope you're gonna come and visit us. Thank you, Coach Moore.
Let's move on to some badminton. How about the high school boys and girls team? Coach Zishan Zakaria.
What's the best thing that I find about this school is the kids really give it their best and work really hard when it comes to preparing for a tournament and practice sessions. So I'm just going to start off by announcing the most improved player. Again, she is extremely good already, actually. Whilst many of the other players made lots of improvements, there were, I didn't coach the girls last year, so this year, Qriket, Nariza, Siana, they all made lots of improvements. Muntaha has improved greatly in his singles game as well. But in badminton, it's all about position combined with skills, so how you position yourself as well. And I think Sukanya Datta is our most improved player. And then we have All Out Hawk. Again, we even had girls who had to repeatedly go to rehearsals for the musical. And then even if they found 20 minutes at the end of the rehearsal, they would still come and come to practice. So a lot of kids who put in a lot of effort for practice before the tournament. But this student is someone who came to every practice, worked really hard, has made tremendous progress since last year. This is Ashfi Adnan Sharfi, All Out Hawk, always willing to play doubles or singles wherever he's needed. And finally, our MVP. This one's special and sad at the same time. I'm happy and sad to announce this. He was MVP last year as well. He's our captain. Again, he took the mixed team forward with lots of wins last year and this year, and did really well in doubles as well. That's Nadim Joy. Nadim, it's been a pleasure. I just want to finish off by saying goodbye to a few of the players who I coached both last year and this year. They're all in grade 12. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a lot of fun teaching you new things and practice, and then the tournaments, seeing you grow and make progress. Safwan, Rifat, Nadim, Muntaha, and Mashrafi. You're all graduating, so you'll be sorely missed next year, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks.
Let's finish off the awards with our middle school boys badminton team with Coach Ali.
So I'd like to share the awards with everyone now. So for the most improved player this year, the middle school boys badminton team is SK MD Arafat bin Abdullah. Surprisingly, in All Out Hawk, I had almost all of them. They were coming every day during the practices, even they have other commitment to the school. But still, I found out someone who is really happy when he was participating in both the tournaments, home and away. So I'd like to say All Out Hawk is Hadia Chowdhury Ali. And to finish up with the most valuable player this year, everyone knows how good he is, and he competes with some high school boys also, and he's one of the best badminton player around ISD. So most valuable player is Ishan Sobanmia. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone who has been part of the badminton teams, and it's been really a good sport for everyone. And I would like to thank his staff and Coach Moore and Mr. TJ to have facilitated everything. Thanks a lot.
Let's talk about our programs and our Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year is an award that we started last year to honor a coach who has gone all out, just like the All Out Hawk Award, and has given their all to improve their program, improve the abilities of their student athletes, and do whatever it takes to make sure that success is not just defined with championships, but defined with individual and team improvement. This year, Coach Mariana Ignat is the recipient of the award because of her dedication to the program and her ability to make our swimming program one of the best in Dhaka. Congratulations, Coach Mariana. You are Coach of the Year for 2019-2020.
Thank you. I cannot say anything. It's just, I start crying at this point. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all your hard work. Student athletes, the moment you've been waiting for. Who are the athletes of the year this year? We will start with the Middle School Female Athlete of the Year Award. The recipient of this award is someone who has really helped improve not only our environment in our school's athletic programs, but also has helped out our fellow players, teammates, and everyone that she talks to. Every time you see this individual on the court or on the field or even in the pool, she's always helping someone out. She's very coachable, she's very easy to work with, and has done so much in the past 2 years to help our sports programs grow. Congratulations to the Middle School Female Athlete of the Year, Phoebe Billingsley. We're going to now move to our High School Boys Athlete of the Year Award. This year's award was given to someone who exemplifies, again, the student portion as a student athlete, but someone who has been there leading his team on the field at all times. Someone who is not afraid to talk to the coaches and discuss other options or what might be the best way, really helping our programs grow. He's also known as El Capitan, the captain of the high school boys football team. Well deserved, the High School Boys Athlete of the Year, Zabir Khandokar. Moving to our middle school boys. The Athlete of the Year for our middle school boys program is someone that I've gotten the privilege to see grow over the past 2 years. This student has made an impact on every program he has joined. Again, same examples as the other two recipients. Someone who is a good student, someone who helps others, someone who does what it takes to help the program grow and succeed. It's also funny to note that this individual grew maybe 7 or 8 inches and got extremely stronger and is only a 6th grader. And he's already had such a huge impact on our athletic programs. Congratulations, Heath Billingsley, Middle School Male Athlete of the Year. Last but not least, our High School Girls Athlete of the Year. If you talk about someone who is giving it their all, practicing every day, working as hard as they possibly can, this is the person whose name you'd use to define all those words I just said. This individual has done whatever it has been, whatever it takes to swim as good as she can, to run as good as she can, and to improve any way possible. Finding information and soaking it up like a sponge and using it whenever she felt she needed. She has improved greatly in every aspect and truly defines this year's award. The High School Girls Athlete of the Year goes to Hadia Chowdhury. Congratulations, Hadia. I would like to close this year's ceremony by saying a few words. First, thank you for making my job not really seem like a job, because this is fun. This is incredible. It's amazing to say my job is to watch, support, and help you grow as student athletes, to help put a system together and an athletic program together that shows not only that you can be successful with wins and losses, with dedication, but it shows that the word commitment means something. The commitment to athletic and academic excellence is what we always push. And I am proud to be your athletics director, and I'm proud that you have taken on the commitment to your programs and to your teams. Next year will be no different. No matter when our start date is for our sports, we will be playing. So you need to make sure that your summer vacation involves training, eating healthy, and being prepared for next year's sports season. Signing off for the last time for this school year, Coach Moore, have a great summer, and thank you all for being here to celebrate our athletic achievements 2019-2020 school year. Thank you to all of our coaches, and thank you very much.